Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
Well, and that's the end of this tournament, pretty much.
What am I going to do now?
And now we're done. Good night, everybody.
What am I going to do now with all this time? Now I have to do some work.
So what did you think overall, like for the entire tournament with the extra rules and the extra teams and extra games?
I think I actually asked you at one point, when did this start?
Yeah.
Is it June the 11th?
Yep.
It's crazy. Like, it just feels like it's been weeks. Well, it has been weeks and weeks. I've loved it. I've enjoyed it. Other than the obvious of England not winning it, it's been a great tournament.
I just found that like after the final was done and they were showing like replays of like some of the goals from the group stages, it felt like it wasn't even part of the same tournament.
It's been a long tournament, and I think, like you said, we were talking earlier about 64 teams. I don't think it's necessary. It's like an Olympics when you start doing that. I think 48 was probably as big as it should be. But I was impressed with some of the minnows. Like there was two blowouts. One being Canada with Qatar, but the other one with Curacao. But I mean, other than that, like you look at Cabo Verde. Like who expected them to take Argentina to extra time and almost beat them?
Yeah. It was nice to see like some of the teams that you weren't expecting them to do anything to, like you said,
it was
step
great.
up.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't think anybody other than Scotland, nobody was blown away.
Everyone loves those shots.
Well, they're poor losers.
Yeah. I can't say anything.
Well, you got to pick a side, man. With a name like McLeod, you got to pick a side.
I have.
I mean, is it England or is it Scotland?
I chose England 25 years ago. So,
well, I guess listeners to FM 96 will say that I'm playing two cards, England and Canada. But I think I'm due, right? I'm allowed to play both cards. I mean, I was more excited about what Canada achieved than what England did. Like England were expected to do that. They're one of the top four teams. Top four teams made the semi-finals. What Canada did, I think, was amazing.
Yeah,
and, like it's great for the soccer community in Canada. I think what they did was exceptional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those tournaments, like you said, because we had those, like you said, minnows. They'll all get more money now for their programs at home, so they'll all start to get better as well. So who knows? You may end up seeing more players from those small nations in the English Premier League, in the Spanish League, in the French League, right?
Well, you're going to see a Canadian in the Premier League with Liam Miller playing for Hull.
Yeah.
You're going to see a Canadian playing for Southampton with Carl Larin. I mean, I think grassroots football, you'll see a big improvement. Like I remember when USA 94 happened and there was an absolute surge of youth soccer. It was massive. I don't expect the same thing this time because it grew enough then, but I think you'll see another surge in kids playing the game. It's great. It's been great for Canada.
The England match. What would the last one? The one that most people are going to say didn't really mean anything, but
the France game. I think you meant the Argentina game. Yeah, that was like an all-star game. If you're talking about the 3-4, the bronze medal playoff.
Yeah, if you want, we can start with the Argentina one.
Yeah, because I never had my say. Like I think that was, if the referee had the cojones to send Fernandez off for that elbow to Declan Rice in the first 5 minutes of the semi-final, then maybe they don't make the final. But ultimately, justice done that Fernandez got sent off in the final. I mean, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
A little bit of justice, but I mean, it didn't help us. But I think the referee was never going to call anything in that semi-final in the first 10 minutes.
No, not at all. I don't know. I think England, to me, played well in the first half, and then in the second half, they just kind of...
They had them.
Yeah.
Like Egypt had them. Like Cabo Verde had them. Switzerland had them. And they just sat back, and you cannot invite that pressure from the number one team in the world.
The one thing I will give Egypt, though, that they had that one goal called back from something that happened at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, but they scored another one to make it 2-0. That would have made it 2-0, the one that got called back, which to me was a foul. I mean, if you compare what they've been given in the tournament, that was a foul. So it's just at the time it took to get to them scoring and then rolling it back all that way to that foul.
So was it the same match in the second half where the exact same thing happened, but it would have been against Argentina and they didn't call it? Because it was either that same match or it was Argentina's next match. The exact same thing happened, and they went back and then they didn't call it.
Well, the next game would have been against England, but
It must have been the Egypt game.
It must have been the Egypt game, yeah. But I mean, everybody kept saying it was a FIFA conspiracy for Argentina to win. On evidence, I don't think it was. I mean, Messi got some calls today. Even today, he got calls. I'm like, really? Nobody else would have got that call. I mean, it's pandering to who he is rather than the foul itself. But
yeah, I don't know. I think that Spain had maybe 3 or 4 calls that they didn't get against them, but Argentina had at least, I'd say, 10 to 12 calls that they should have
get.
that they should have been called on, and they didn't get.
Oh yeah.
So,
but the right team won. Yep. When you have no shots on goal for 120 minutes, the right team won, and then they were vindicated. Like Spain, like I think somebody called me on it today. I think after the Cabo Verde 0-0 draw, I said Spain aren't winning it. It's amazing how many people love to tell me how I was wrong. I mean, it's like the answers. Okay, it's easy when you know the answers, but I couldn't see them winning it. Not after a 0-0 against Cabo Verde. Could anybody?
Yeah, I said that there was no team I didn't think in the tournament that had a great back line.
No.
Spain's was probably the best one.
Maybe France's second. Well, actually, yes, Spain had a brilliant. Well, they conceded 1 goal the entire tournament. Yeah, that's incredible. I don't know if that's ever been done before.
Well, I know that there's never been any team to never have any shots in a final before.
Is that right? Yeah.
Well, they were saying that by the second hydration break, they said that if they get that far, they'll be the first team to get that far.
Yeah, with no shots.
Final. Yeah. So now they've gone the entire match.
The entire game. I'm sure they're first. Yeah. It was a terrible tactic. I don't know what they were thinking, but Spain completely dominated them, and it was the right result in the end.
Yeah, I honestly felt like they knew that they couldn't beat them, so it's almost like they were playing for a draw and then go to pens.
And Messi did nothing. He did absolutely nothing.
He came alive in like the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, do that earlier on. Go ahead and go up a goal. Even if you get to the point where you're knackered and you have to come off, get the goals early.
Yeah. I think as much as I don't like him, Marc Cucurella for Spain was superb. He's probably my man of the match.
Yeah.
Somebody should have pulled his hair.
I like Messi. I don't think he does enough for the guy that's supposed to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't know,
he probably was. I don't. Again, somebody asked me today, do I think he was the greatest of all time? I don't think he was even the greatest Argentinian of all time. Like, to me, it was Maradona. Maybe that's an era thing, but Maradona was the best. I think the best has ever been. Despite what he did for England.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I had this conversation with someone on Facebook maybe a week ago or whatever, and this person was just Messi.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd put Ronaldo on the same level. I put Ronaldinho on the same level. I put Fat Ronaldo on the same level.
Who didn't look good today. Fat Ronaldo and Ronaldinho with Madonna did not look good today. They look like dancers. Bad dancers.
Yeah, from the 80s.
Yeah. I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
But to put those two in tracksuits next to Madonna, total age 200.
Well, Ronaldo just had this weird perma smile. And I was like, hey, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So,
It's all money.
Yeah, for sure. It was not a great halftime. There's parts of it that were not bad, but
it was okay. That Bieber kid kind of lost the dance floor for me.
Yeah, it was so upbeat, and all of a sudden just a downer. Yeah.
And he didn't invite me to the final.
What a jerk.
His biggest soccer coach for how many years? He didn't invite me to the final. So if you're listening, which he's not,
Yeah,
then you
but
should have.
you cut him, so you
I
know.
did cut him. Yeah. But then Usher took him when I
Yeah.
cut him, you know.
Yeah.
Usher kind of
Shit
made him a
happens.
bit more money than I made him.
Gave him that
Yeah.
platform. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's just become too Americanized with these halftime shows and
Yeah,
that?
you know, I didn't think it was too bad. I think they were talking about a 30-minute halftime show, which would have been ridiculous, like for the players' benefit.
Yeah.
But I thought it was decent. It was okay. But I mean, if you're going to put a show on, put the show on before the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get everybody jumped up and hyped
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although I will say that Jennifer Hudson did an absolutely appalling job of the US national anthem. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
Absolutely butchered it, and she's a great singer. I'm like, no.
Yeah. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, so let's talk about the England-France game. It was my brother-in-law was here, and I said when we were like maybe 3 goals in,
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah. I said, well, I guess we're gonna have to drink 1 beer for every goal they score. So it was kind of a running joke, and then they kept scoring, and then all of a sudden, no one wanted to play that game anymore.
Yeah, 10 beers is a lot of beers.
So
It was crazy. It was like an all-star game.
Yeah.
Like France, like I know neither coach wanted to play that game, but I think Didier Deschamps especially didn't want to play that game. But Tuchel, I think that was kind of his salvation. Well, I still think he'll get fired tomorrow.
You think so? I
Yeah,
don't.
I think he will. I don't think like he was brought in to do a job. He didn't do the job. So I think that's it for him. But I mean, still the best place finish we've had in 60 years. But I mean, that France team did not come out in the first half. I was almost embarrassed for them.
Yeah, I felt bad for Mbappe because he was giving everything he had, but when you don't have the
He got
support,
no defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like I don't know if you or anybody else watches like the All-Star game in hockey.
It's exactly what it was
The
like.
forwards go full out. The defensemen just stand there and let them walk around, and then they leave the keeper
I'm
to
not
hang.
getting hurt in this game. Yeah. That tackle, I'm not going in for that tackle.
Yeah.
Even at whatever it was when Bellingham scored, what was that? Was that the 5 goal, 6 goal? I think you watch the defenders again. Like nobody's going in hard. They don't want to get hurt for the new season. The new season starts in less than a month.
Yeah.
Like these players need a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, they put on a show in the second half once they got the regular players back on, which is we were talking about this earlier. I was like, okay, 20 minutes in and you're 3 down. Like, why wouldn't you have made those subs then? Why do you wait until afterwards? Because
saving face, giving those second string players a chance. But I mean, at halftime, that's kind of like the time you didn't do it by halftime. 4-0 down, sweeping changes, and the game changed. I mean, if Michael Elise could put the ball away, France could have won 6-4.
Yeah.
It could have been completely reversed. But you know, it was a fun game. I mean, bronze, who cares? Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It was a nice consolation prize.
Yeah.
So, but still, the furthest that England's gotten since 66. So
60 years. Yeah.
And even that under his cap, you still think Tuchel's going to get chopped.
Yeah, he was brought in to do a job. He didn't do the job.
So do you think that
I could take that team to the semi-final.
Settle down.
I could take Argentina to a final as well. I mean, it doesn't take much, but he should have brought Messi off. Like he didn't have the nuts to do that, but he should have brought Messi off.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Spain didn't take Yamal off either.
Yamal or Lamal? Is it Yamin Lamal or Lamine Yamal?
However you say it.
I would have taken him off.
Yeah.
I thought by 60 minutes he was done. But I mean, he's a kid.
Yeah.
But what I was impressed with that the kid who won the young player of the tournament, whose name escapes me, Kubasi, superb kid, like 19 years old, playing at the back. Yeah.
It's funny. He doesn't even look like he's 19. He looks more like he's 15.
Yeah. Yeah. They did well. And I mean, that team is young.
Yeah.
That team could win the next one and the next one. Yeah. Scary.
They're almost like the team from 08, 010, and then 012, right? So they won them back to back to back.
That coach just seems like a Like he's got it all together. Like he's calm. He's smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Tuchel getting fired by you, um,
Prediction.
prediction. Do you think this is like the same problem that like the club level managers have as well because they're not given the time to
Pressure.
yeah, like they're given they usually sign like a 2 or 3 year contract and then sometimes they're getting sacked after 12 months.
Yeah, the length of the contract doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, you measured on your results, and he didn't get the result that everybody wanted. I mean, if he'd have won it, it'd have been the best German in history, right? Now he's lost it, he's persona non grata. But I mean, tactically, he got that so wrong. I mean, he's been so good all tournament to get that game horribly wrong in that last 30 minutes. There's a lot of pressure. I mean, it's these, and again, these guys are not. It's not like you and I. Like you lose your job. They're not worried about their mortgage payments.
Yeah.
These are highly paid people.
So what do you think the issue was? Like you said, he's gotten the tactics right all along, and then all of a sudden on the most important game of
The
the
tactics were
tournament.
wrong at 1-0. I mean,
Yeah.
at 1-0 after an hour, England were fantastic. I mean, they got them exactly where they wanted them. But to get that 1-0 and then sit and invite the pressure, I mean, they'd seen it in 3 previous games, that Argentina came on strong in the last 10 minutes. I mean, what were you expecting? So, we invited it. It was a bit naive.
Yeah. So if it was up to you, who would you put in as England's new
I
manager?
had this conversation with my friends, and one of my buddies says, it has to be English. I'm not convinced that the manager has to be English. The manager needs to do a job. I don't think it necessarily has to be English, and I don't know if there's a good enough English manager to do it. For me, I think I would go for Pep and see if Pep could do it. But I mean, he'd be torn. But I mean, Spain have got a perfectly good manager. He's not going to manage Spain.
Yeah.
Would he manage against Spain? I mean, if that was the Euros and England were playing Spain in the final, you're there to do a job. Give him a big win bonus.
Do you think they separate themselves?
I think you have to. It's a job, right?
Yeah.
It'd be difficult, going through the national anthems, and if you're playing again, like if it was Tuchel against Germany in the final, I think it'd be different. If it was Pep against Spain in the final, they'd be torn. But I mean, playing Spain in the next Euro final, England Spain in the next Euro final, it's a reality.
Yeah.
So maybe Pep isn't the right guy for it.
So I've always wondered the same thing about the refs then, because like you've got say like a ref from Argentina, you have one from Spain, you've got one from Portugal, one from England. Should any of those guys be reffing in those last 4 matches if any of those teams are in there?
Didn't they give the English referee on the opposite side of the draw? I mean, these referees, there's obviously going to be some kind of bias, but I still don't understand why a ref like Danny McAlee from Holland wouldn't be included in that final 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a Slovenian referee in the final, which makes sense, but the US ref, I guess he's got no further part to play, but he did the England game. But Danny McAlee, for me, he's one of the best refs in the world, and he didn't even feature in the last 4 games.
What about the I forget which match it was now, but it had all 4 refs were from Argentina in one match.
Yeah,
which
I
isn't great.
wasn't buying. I didn't see it, and at the end of the game, there was nothing in it. They didn't. Which game was that now? France. It was
and
Spain. France and Spain. Yeah,
Yeah,
it didn't turn out to be anything,
I don't think so either.
and I don't know what the fuss was all about, to be honest.
But that's been a general
I
rule
mean,
for
what did they
FIFA.
want? They wanted France to win, or they wanted Spain to win because Argentina had a better chance against Spain. Either way, it backfired. If it was a plant, it backfired.
No, I'm not saying it
They
was.
gave Spain a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying that they typically don't allow that, and for some reason, since this is a
It should have been
changes,
completely neutral. It didn't
Yeah.
make sense to me. It should have been, yeah, the referee should not be from any country participates in the Final 4.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean,
the ref wasn't an issue today. The ref was.
I thought
There's a few calls that I thought should have been earlier on the yellow cards, but I mean to give a red card to Argentina, like it showed he wasn't buying the Argentina thing. I think he was
No,
very.
well, I kind of wonder just from like all the backlash from the last 2 weeks, say that maybe somebody finally said to the rest, "Hey, no more giving
He
Argentina a
pandered to
break."
Messi a few times.
Oh, it wasn't just a few
But in
times.
places on the field, it didn't really make that much difference. But I mean, the look that Messi gives the ref that says, "You know who I
Yeah,
am,"
yeah,
which I'm glad that that's going. He's gone. He's done. We won't see him again. But still, the commentators are like, "Well, is this the last time we see him?" He's 39. The next time he'll be 43. I mean, really?
yeah.
I mean,
Well, but I mean, to
it
be
would be
fair,
embarrassing. It could be like Ronaldo. It'd be embarrassing.
yeah, but the difference between them is Ronaldo keeps himself in perfect shape,
Yeah.
whereas Messi does not.
Yeah. And he
Messi's
doesn't
got
run.
natural
He doesn't
natural
run.
speed. No, like, well, even if he did run, he's way slower than he used to be. But a lot of that has to do with
Great player. Don't get me wrong.
oh,
Great player. Like,
yeah, I'm not
but
saying he's not, but he plays in the MLS, so his like the amount of intensity that he's got to keep up is pretty minimal.
he lets everyone. It doesn't matter where he is. He'll let somebody else do the running for him.
Oh, for
He
sure.
doesn't do the running.
Well, and they talked about that on TSN, even like they like him not defending, and the rest of the team knows that, and they accept it, and they pick up the slack for
Yeah.
him. So,
Like, kudos to them for that because you know he's not coming back.
yeah. Well, the only time that he comes back is when there's only 5 minutes left,
Yeah.
and they're fucked.
Yeah.
So, but then he doesn't have the pace to maintain to get all the way back down at the other end. So,
No, but overall, I think it's the right result.
yeah.
It was the top 4 teams making the semis. It was weirdly like Wimbledon. It was like it was planned. But somebody told me, I said they've made it so that the top 4 like seeded teams will make it to the final if results predict. But I didn't realize that. I mean, I kind of like naively like to think it's purely chance.
Well,
That
it kind of is, and it almost went the other way, like you said, with those really low seeded teams, like an 80th team almost takes out the number 1, number 2 team. Like it really could have gone any way.
that would have been incredible if Cabo Verde have knocked them out. Yeah.
That would have been. They would have celebrated that for the
Oh, yeah.
next 6
They're
decades.
still celebrating. What they did was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to for Euros then? Since we won't have a coach.
Yeah. Well, who knows? I've been wrong all along in this tournament. I mean, I can't see it being Tuchel. Maybe they give him the group stage, but I mean, we expect to make the final of the Euros, and if we're nowhere near that, then he's gone. But I don't know who's going to replace him.
Yeah. Oh, Big Sam. He still has
It's
a
100% record.
yeah record. So I mean, hey, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, I was talking with Justin earlier, and we were saying that if we can find some more talent at the back and maybe get another,
There's so much talent in England.
it's just finding them and one that
To me,
works.
they left the best left back at home, which is Hall.
Shaw?
No, Man United buy as much.
Yeah.
No, Hall from Newcastle.
Villa buy as much. You're wearing this shirt right now.
Oh, and everybody knows I'm biased. And now, but our left back's gone to Paris Saint-Germain, so we've lost 3 players in this world.
I appreciate that.
£150 million worth of profit, but I mean, where was I? Hall. Like there's some players that didn't go to the World Cup. I thought the amount of talent he left behind. Wharton from Crystal Palace didn't take him, but yet Elliot Anderson played a great tournament. Declan Rice was probably the best England player for me. Jed Spence was a breakout England player. I thought he did fantastically well. But I mean, then you look at like Henderson, who's not known for jumping advertising hoardings, and won't be doing that again in a hurry.
I was surprised that did he fracture his wrist?
Apparently he broke it. He broke both bones in his forearm. Yeah, like that was a big fracture. I mean, Kobe Mino didn't play a single minute. James Trafford did. Why did teams take 3 goalies? James Trafford didn't play a single minute. Kobe Mino didn't play a single minute. Ivan Toney played 45 minutes in that 3-4, 60 minutes in the 3-4 game.
Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time any team has had 2 keepers hurt in the same tournament? Where are they required to go to a third?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you take 3 keepers? I mean, you're basically going on your holidays for 6 weeks to the States, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great for that guy.
Great. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sweet. Take my family with me. 6-week paid vacation in the US, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. 'Cause somebody asked me this the other day. They were saying about how much the teams get paid, and I said, like, I know Canada pays their players, but in England, their pays all go to their like individual charities.
Do they?
That's
I don't know, and I would like to believe that that's true
I
because these players don't need that money. None of them.
well,
There's no player that needs
yeah.
extra money. I'd like to think that that does go to charity.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Like again, this is going back like 8-10 years ago, whatever it was. But I'm pretty sure that
Yeah,
that's what I read.
yeah.
That's why they don't complain or care about how much they're getting. Oh, actually, you know what? It was during that. It was when Canada, the Canadian players were negotiating. So it was close to the beginning of this tournament. It was during the qualifications where they didn't want to go somewhere until
I think
they.
it's different for the lower teams. I
For
think
sure.
again, some of these African teams, I think they weren't getting paid by their uh, their national board, so they were like striking because they weren't getting paid. I think it's different for these elite athletes
Mhm.
making millions. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to think it goes to charity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. 'Cause whatever the article that I was reading, because it was Canada and I think it was men's and women's. They were both fighting for more money because FIFA gives $20 million to the federation or
Yeah,
whatever for the tournament, and they were saying, well, Soccer Canada was keeping the bulk of it, and it should be going to the players.
as
And
long as it's distributed like I think it needs to go to grassroots.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, but yeah. So England superstars, they don't need the money,
Yeah.
like you said. So, all right.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's been a good tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life now.
Uh,
Until the next big tournament, but the Premier League starts in less than 30 days, and I'm hoping to go to the Tottenham away.
nice.
I'm in Europe in September. Villa play at the new Tottenham Stadium. So
What's the date right now?
today,
Yeah. Oh, it's the 19th?
July the
Oh,
19th.
it's more than
This
30
is
days away.
September 19th. So exactly a month from today.
August.
That's right, 2 months.
Oh,
2 months.
August
Yeah,
20 August.
September 19th. I'm hoping to be at Tottenham Stadium.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because the Premier League kicks off, I believe, August 21st.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And I think every player they're guaranteed 3 weeks off without having to return to duty after finishing in the World Cup, which is nice. I mean, these guys work hard.
yeah. Well,
It's a nice job to have, but I mean, they do work hard. 3 weeks off.
I don't know about the working hard thing.
Yeah, they
I've
do.
seen enough of those videos on there when they talk about like all the clubs and everything. You just see them all joking around. Then they all go and have lunch together. Then they come back out. They all get haircuts together.
Yeah. Yeah, they can all go on holiday together.
Yep. With their, how much does the average Premier League player make now a week?
A lot more than me and you.
Well, they make more.
They
than,
don't get as much holiday as you get, but
well,
I mean,
settle down.
working for Toyota.
We get all right. Can't complain. All right. Well, yeah.
Been
That's
good.
it. That's it for
Ready.
World Cup.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to watching F1, I guess. Actually, I'm going to go back to watching the Blue Jays because since this tournament started, I haven't watched a single game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, the sports take precedence.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a tournament, right? And baseball's got 162 games a year, so there's still, I think, 100 left. So literally, I think there's 100 left when I last checked.
Watching, we just pick up where. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't missed.
And last year, this is when the Jays started to take off. Anyways, it was right around this month, so it doesn't look like that's what's happening right now, but whatever.
It's been good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming out, and we'll talk to everybody next time.